It's time to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Vicki, today is the day.
You're right, George. Today is the day. We've been talking about this event now for probably a couple of months and counting down and telling everybody about how excited we are and letting everyone know that we're sold out. Well, today is the day. The 15th annual Black History Month Jazz and Arts Cabaret, sponsored by Brackens Financial Solutions Network in conjunction with the Central New York Jazz and Arts Foundation. And today is also your day. The day that we are celebrating and honoring Mr. George Kilpatrick for his 20 years of service as the voice of Syracuse and upstate New York. Actually, the voice of America, I want to say it today.
Talk to me.
For inspiration for the nation, speaking of positive things about the African-American community and inspiring us all to reach for higher heights each day. So, George, are you excited?
I'm so excited. And Vicki, I have put together an outfit that I'm just going to let you. Vicki. Vicki, you know, let me just say it's going to be eye-popping. But more importantly, yes, Vicki, and I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
So just so you be ready for it, it's African-centered. So, okay, you know, so get ready. Vicki, it's about to shut it down today.
African-centered.
Come on.
Eye-popping.
Yes.
Statement that you were going to make this afternoon.
It's gonna be out here. It's gonna be out. It's out.
Okay. All right. George, listen, it's only I got about 5 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get there a little bit early just so I can watch you walk in.
Woo, Vicki.
Yeah, we'll call our photographers and make sure they get that whole thing when they're coming
Vicki,
in.
I have a lot of nerve coming in there with this thing to do.
And you know what? Okay, and we're going a little bit long, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I watched about a week ago on Netflix. Because you know they pick up things after they come out of the theater.
Right.
The Woman King.
Oh, you finally saw it.
I finally saw it. Now, are you telling me that your regalia is going to be as beautiful as the King of Duhars?
Okay. All right. Listen, John Boyega, you better watch out because I'm coming.
I'm really impressed now. Impressed.
Listen, John Boyega, watch out for your boy. You know,
okay.
I basically, you know, I'll give you a hint. I actually think Joseph and just think Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Just think of Joseph in the Technicolor. Come on now, Vicki.
Okay.
Are you working with me here?
I've got that image for sure. Okay. And if that's what's showing up, then I better go home. I had some things planned to wear, but I think I'm going to go home and rethink.
You might have to, you know, if you, hey.
And rethink what I'm wearing.
Can you pivot?
Okay, now I'm really ready, George.
Yo,
I'm scared now.
Listen. I saw this thing. I said, I have to have that. Because I had wanted to come, and I know we're taking a little bit more time with this, but I'm having fun with it. I had wanted to, because it's Black History Month, because it's the Black History Month Cabaret, and I've in the past sort of played with that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I said, oh, no, I'm going all in today. Because I saw something that said, I got to do that. So I told my family, I just told them, I said, look, I'm coming with it. Now, I'll either be wow, or they'll be like, yo, that dude crazy. Because
okay.
Humbly speaking, thank you, Vicki, for this acknowledgement. And I'm really excited for the day, mostly because many of the folks that were there from the beginning of this journey, including some of my broadcast buddies, will be in place.
Okay.
Really?
My,
yeah. My sisters, My sister is coming up, singular. Sherry, you know Sherry.
Oh, I know Sherry. Yes, okay.
She'll be up.
Sherry's the reason I look at the camera the way I
do. Right? She gave us that.
She told me
advice.
that 200 episodes ago.
That she did. She tell Vicki she gotta
look at that camera.
And then Kenny D's will be there.
Oh,
yeah. So we and then my family, obviously, Gloria and I, and it's gonna be nice. So anyway,
all right.
I'm really excited about it.
All right, but listen, while we're I want to pivot a little bit back toward your African-centered a conversation, because one of the things two things I wanted to talk about today very briefly, because we are in Black History Month. But before I do that, I have to stop and pause for a second and express our condolences to the Garland family.
Yes.
As many of you know, we lost a monumental voice here in the Syracuse community last week with the passing of Lula Garland.
Yes.
Of Garland Brothers Funeral Homes. And ironically, and I will say this, when I first moved to Syracuse and began my business, most people don't realize, or maybe not think about it as much, but funeral parlors are a mainstay business operation and mainstay community economic driver in the African-American community. And we don't a lot think about the history, but the history of funeral parlors really go back all the way to ancient Egypt. And ancient Egypt being an African country, where the historians will tell you that the art of embalming and the creation of and the celebration of life and the preparation of the body is an Egyptian ritual that has been transported for years and years across many, many continents. But when Africans came to this country, they were not allowed, because of slavery, to actually perform those ritual ceremonies initially during the high levels of slavery, and bodies were buried any place. But as time went on, changes within the slave rights and the emancipation, funeral homes again started to flourish and became a mainstay business operation within African American communities, and really have always and will continue to be one of the primary businesses that we have had from generation to generation to generation. And the Garland Brothers Funeral Home and Funeral Service is my Black History Month business entity that I wanted to honor today, in particular because of the loss of their matriarch, Miss Lula Garland. So our condolences to them. And I remember when I first came here, it was my business, which was initially in insurance companies and funeral homes had always worked together to make sure that there was money for both the living and for the dead going forward. And so Lula and I crossed paths very early on in my career. And I know one thing for sure, we're going to miss her, and she's going to be missed on the golf course.
Right. She was definitely about that golf.
Oh my goodness. She's going to be missed on the golf course for sure. What were you about to say? No, she tried. Okay, so we just became friends and we would ride around in the cart.
Nice.
Okay, absolutely.
Well, a pioneering business in this community, long
over 90 years.
90 years, and continuing with County Legislator Charles Garland. That was his aunt and uncle. A lot of people thought that was his mom and dad, but his aunt and uncle.
Yes, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, and here's the second overlap on our Black History moment today, and that has to do with County Legislator Linda Irving.
Go ahead.
Linda Irving, who has now been, I think it's her 7th term in the county legislature. She was the first woman and first African-American elected as the caucus chair. She is retiring. I cannot believe it. She has announced her retirement, George.
She did?
You did not know.
No, well, see, I'm not going to say I didn't know. I didn't know she announced it.
She did announce it, yes, okay.
When did she announce this?
Not too long ago. It's public now.
Because I thought I thought she was gonna run, and then, but no, she. Oh,
okay. She has announced that she is retiring. Okay, And I always knew, again, okay, that if I walked into a room and I saw that hat, I don't care where I could look across Linda was in the room and things were going to be taken care of.
And let's say one more thing.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of rooms she was in.
And she was in a lot of rooms, okay? But you would look across and you look for the hat, okay? That was my cue, okay?
Yeah, that's what I think about. Is like, where wasn't she? Right? She was just kind of, almost like you, Vicki, kind of, just showing up places.
Okay, and well, listen, I had a good example to follow.
There you go.
Following, okay, what Linda Irving was doing and how she set the stage to make sure that our voices were always heard, and that we always had a champion there for us to fight for, and to not only fight for, but to advocate for all the things that were necessary and needed within our communities. So I'd like to thank her as the first African-American caucus chair for the Democratic caucus in the county legislature, and also the first woman to hold that role, but more so to thank her for her tireless service over the 7 terms that she has served the Onondaga County and Syracuse community. Those are our 2 Black History Month moments for today, George. Again, okay, I want to encourage everybody, if you have any questions, give us a call at area code 315-930-4499. That's 315-930-4499. You got to make sure you like, share, and subscribe, especially to this episode, because Mr. Kilpatrick said that he is coming with it. Woo! So we're probably going to add some photos, okay? In fact, those of you who are attending the event tonight, be sure, okay? Be sure you hashtag, okay, the Black History Month Jazz and Arts Cabaret, okay, so that we can see all the events and all the ways Mr. Kilpatrick shines tonight. And George, okay, again, congratulations. And I will stop here and say our plate is full.
All right. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Y'all know what it is. She is America's money maven.